Hello, good morning. Good morning. Yay! Beautiful day today here in Florida. Again, a little chilly. I am the Organic Wonder Woman, Jen Hoyle. So I'm joining you today, and we are going to talk more about and get a little bit deeper into what causes depression. Okay. So what causes it? And so, can you see me? If you can see me, hey, friends, welcome. If you can see me, jump on. I'm doing my 30 days, going live talking about depression and the different things about depression. I am a sufferer of depression. I've had depression for 30 years since the birth of my first son, 30 years ago. And I'm just now able to talk about it. It's taken me this long to be brave enough to come tell everybody about it, to talk about it, to break the stigmas. So I hope that you gain some value today. So let's just get right into it. And let me know where you're coming in from. Put it in the chat and comment along and tag anyone that you think of that could use this information. I am here to serve. Okay, so depression, as we know, is a medical health condition. It's not something we choose. It's not even fully understood, but there's a lot of factors that can contribute and even trigger it. Okay. First is genetics. Like I've said in previous days in this series, in this depression series I'm doing, my mom suffered from very severe depression. And research shows that genetics play a huge part in that, in family history. It can be in your genes, and it in the way that you regulate emotions and mood. That can be all hereditary. Okay. Number two, brain chemistry. The neurotransmitters in our brain that release the serotonin, dopamine, those can affect mood and then also contribute to depressive disorders. Again, that can be environmental. It can be, I have a child right now that's having absence seizures. So that can change up the brain chemistry and the neurotransmitters. So many things can play into that. So keep that in mind. Also, hi, Linda, welcome. Hormonal changes. So how many of us, I know I have, when our hormones are going or we're about ready to start our cycle, it can exacerbate depression, okay? Because everything's changing in your body. You're having all those different, different postpartum. It could be perimenopause. It could be menopause. And as I've said today, and then in previous of my sessions here, my 30 days of live with you all on depression, postpartum is when, after 3 days after having my oldest son, when he was 30, that's when the depression kicked in for me. So hormonal changes can trigger it, and that triggered me and my depression. Okay. Life events can have a huge trigger. Well, I'm going to do my vitamins while I'm sitting here so I don't forget. These things help me tremendously with these vitamins help me tremendously with my depression. But traumatic and stressful events, loss of a loved one, divorce, financial stressors. Money is always stressful when it comes to like stress, and it can lead to depression, especially if you're having a hard time with that. Serious illness. Recently I had flu A right after the new year, and I had it for 11 days. Okay. So this was my definitely medical conditions that can, it can really play havoc. I was stuck in my room. I was not able to go outside. and you get claustrophobic, you get stuck, right? And so being sick or getting diagnosed with something, it can really impact your physical and emotional well-being. Okay. This one's a good one. Substance abuse, okay? Or even using substances that can trigger depression or aid in it. Alcohol is a depressant. So when you're depressed and if you're drinking alcohol, it's going to, or it can make you more depressed, okay? So keep that in mind. And it can exasperate it and exacerbate existing depressive symptoms. Okay. Now, to remind you, I'm not a doctor. I'm just someone that has suffered for 30 years with depression. If you personality and psychological triggers do play a role in depression, if you have depression, like growing up and even in my younger years when I was married to my ex, I had very low self-esteem. It's taken me years to get better with that. And it's about who I surrounded myself with and people that were uplifting me, people that were pouring life into me and love into me. Okay. Childhood trauma and abuse can any kind of trauma can lead to depression because it can help to, or it can trigger it. Okay. So that's something that can contribute. And then, like I talked about, social isolation, like when you're stuck in the house being sick, if you don't feel like you're included in the community, there's so many ways to go about that and so many solutions, which we'll talk about on another one. But social isolation definitely plays a part because at least to me, what happens when I'm alone, then my depression starts feeding me these lies and these stories and, people don't like you, or why did you do that? That's, you made the wrong choice. You made the wrong decision. Okay. And then, in your environment, look around your environment. Is it stressful? Is it adverse? Is it in a high crime neighborhood where you feel, just feel stressed out? And you're afraid to go places. It makes you stay indoors. There can be so many environmental factors that I know whenever I go to like somewhere that's way too loud, way too overstimulating is too much, and it can trigger my depression. I'm like, I got to get out of here. So, and then depression can go hand in hand with other mental disorders, conditions like anxiety, eating disorders, substance abuse, like we talked about. So there's so many things that come into it, and it's individual. No two people's depression is ever going to be the same, in my opinion. Everyone's going to have different triggers. Everyone's going to come from different families. But what we do have is that we're not alone. We're in this together. And I want you to keep that in mind and know that there's other people out there like you, other people that have gotten through it, and together we can get through this. So before I sign off here, it's been awesome. I'm going to talk to you. I want to just say that you are loved, you are wanted, and you are never alone. Okay. Reach out to help from a friend if it's severe, if you're having any ideas of hurting yourself or others, reach out to a medical professional. I'm not one, but I do want to see you live your best, healthiest life. And I'm going to sign off. Go have an awesome, productive day. And I'll see you right back here tomorrow, 10 a.m. You are loved, you are wanted, and you're never alone. Talk to you soon. Bye. Bye. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for joining in. Thanks, Phil. Love you.